great. I was clicking around the site going, look at that. That's awesome.
Was that the Art Deco one we were looking at last week?
Yeah, like the 30s and 40s, sort of the throwback. It was spectacular.
Yeah, and here coming up, a subject that's really near and dear to your heart, Colleen, is sex ed. We talk about it all the time, and how you wish that it was not so difficult all the time. There's another pundit, a gal named Kaylee Trace, and she's a writer and sex educator. She identifies as queer, disabled, and femme. She wants to make sex ed more inclusive of people with disabilities. So this is the next round of people stepping up to say, we're not ashamed of ourselves, much like the trans community has for the last few years. They're coming up and saying, we are sexual beings too.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, there are a lot of the stuff we sell can be adapted. I mean, there's a waist belt that can be used if someone doesn't have mobility in their legs for stuff. There's a whole bunch of different items we've had, and it's just people are coming in and they're willing to say, just because I have this does not mean I'm not sexual. You do not, and the same thing with ageism. You don't stop having sex at a certain age. I mean, or you shouldn't. Like, a lot of people think they should, but you don't have to. I mean, humans are sexual beings. And it's really nice that even with, I think this is one of there's some really, really shitty stuff on the internet. Mm-hmm. But with the ability to find out that you're not alone, I think has been one of the most amazing things for communities.
Well, and that's one of the things I learned early on about the fantasy gifts people. Everyone that works for you, particularly your management and your longtime people, they are incredibly good at getting people to talk with them and offering solutions for just these things.
Yeah, I mean, it's been just like I said, especially like Liz when she's doing the home parties, people have questions, and I'm pretty sure that after over close to 15 more years or something she's been with us, there's not a question that she has not been asked going through there. And then, our long-term employees, they just know that. I mean, we actually had one guy say, I got a comment saying, your employee knew too much. And we're like,
okay, that's just not,
we're like,
whatever.
We're like, what does that mean? I don't even know what to do with something like that. And, my guess is that he was probably attempting to be shocking. And
it didn't work.
And it didn't work.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's been, as of March 17th, it was 28 years that I've been working there full time. I mean, yes, it's family business, but still it's 28 years.
Yeah.
And I did part-time before that.
For sure.
It was such a hoot. Really, I looked about 5 years old, and I'm barely exaggerating. Working at the stores used to just freak people out.
You are baby-faced.
Got it.
There's no question.
Oh, I got the Perkins Senior discount the other day, and I'm not even 55. But it's okay because I got free broccoli. No, I wanted something.
Colleen, ouch.
Oh, I have gray hair. I saved $3.50. What do I care? And I was just laughing.
You're awfully sanguine about this.
I've got gray hair. I am, I'm a few years short of the senior menu on the back of that. But I just giggled. Because I think the gal is probably my age or older. She goes, I'll save you a couple of bucks. I'm going to ring it up as this, but don't freak out.
Okay. I'm
just like, free broccoli.
That's hysterical.
It just made me giggle.
That's funny.
Made me giggle.
That free broccoli. That's going in the outline for next week. I don't know what that means, but it's going in there. So there was something I just want to finish that off by saying, don't ever forget or feel bad or be afraid, I should say, when you go into fantasy gifts to ask a question, because you will find the most welcoming, non-judgmental people who truly care about helping you.
Yeah, and if we have a new employee, I mean, I the first thing to do is we say, I'm sort of new here, or I don't know the answer to the question, but I can find out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do not have someone spouting off gibberish. If they don't know, they'll say, I don't know.
Right.
And I was going through there. And then we'll find out the answer and we'll get back to you.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Sleeping naked has benefits. Do you want to hear them?
Go for it.
Okay.
Because I do. I sleep in the buff. I cannot stand stuff just like wrapped around me and scrunched up.
What about blankets though? Do you like your binkies in your sheets?
Oh yeah. You got to have, no top sheet, because I just end up squishing that over, and then just a nice big fluffy comforter, and then lots of pillows.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, the first and most obvious is there's a likelihood you'll have more sex if you're sleeping with someone and you're both naked because, well, look, we've come this far.
You're less encumbered by strangulation clothes.
Yes. Number 2, it'll boost your metabolism because, especially in the winter months, if you need to warm up, it burns more of the good fats by warming you up.
Okay.
So good reason to open the window in January.
Unfortunately, I have a small house, and I have to admit, I keep it at naked temperature.
Do you really?
Yeah. My house, my temperature. Yeah. Other folks are like, it's hot in here. I said, no, it's comfortable. It's naked temperature.
It's naked. That's funny. I've never heard it put that way.
Yeah, you're comfortable. Yeah, really, you're only really comfortable in my house if you're nude. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one surprised me a little bit.
Okay.
Increased male fertility. Now, we've all heard that couples that are trying to conceive, the men should take off their boxer shorts, but they're saying, don't wear undies at night.
Yeah.
Let everything roam free. And that's also a good thing.
Guys wear undies at night?
Some.
Okay.
My God.
No,
yeah.
let's talk.
Helps your skin. It lets you breathe. The rest, not just, whatever. Mm-hmm. Sleeping better. The twisted T-shirt or unruly clothing. That's what you've already said, right?
God, it's uncomfortable just thinking about that. That's the one thing about going on like trips with people. So I have to go. I mean, I would say that half the pajamas I own, it's because I go on a trip and go, shit, because I don't think about pajamas. Right. So then I got to run to the local Target or Walmart or something and buy pajamas.
Like if you're staying with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Crap.
I know. I've done that where I've had to go buy something because I didn't pack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Save you money because you don't have to buy PJs was another one. Mm-hmm. More refreshed in the mornings. It just says that, you wake up and you don't have any encumbrances to change. Like you just start fresh because, you're starting at zero.
You can hit the John faster.
Indeed. And the last one is...
I don't know. I got to pee. And if I don't want to futz with stuff, you just sit. It's all good.
And the last one is give you a sense of freedom. I think no further explanation necessary. Have you ever tried to analyze the meaning of morning wood? Just curious. No, have you?
No, just the biological thing that always... That happens to guys, and it's just is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Okay, there's an entirely humongous article about this. And you know what?
You know what? All the guys are going to be very happy that you said in humongous about wood.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, there's an article about it, and if you've ever been kind of curious, it's kind of a good one. It's kind of hard to explain because it gets a little technical, but it's good information, and we will have it up on the Great Northern Sexcast Facebook page. But check it out because, sometimes it's sexual. Because I know that mine loves. It's like hello, hi, hello, and I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I know you're there. That's good. It just is. I don't. Someone had to do a study on why okay.
Yeah. No, this is my favorite. I don't know if this is an official study, but it's definitely a comparison. Let's compare high sex to drunk sex. Yes. We have not talked about this, Colleen.
No. I suppose now in certain states that you can do the study a lot easier, can't you?
Yes. Colorado, for example.
Now, do you have to worry about rolling over a beer can or Cheeto crumbs? I mean, what are we talking about here?
You would think.
Okay.
This is actually a little higher brow.
Okay.
A little higher brow than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're talking about what cannabis can do for sex versus alcohol. So being high, it can boost the emotional connection because you're more likely to love everybody and you're already kind of there.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah, it's the dopamine and the oxytocin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cannabis and red wine can increase desire. So maybe if things are a little lackluster, those things can go, and especially a little chocolate.
Did it say what sort of red wine or just any red wine? I mean,
yeah, no, it just said red wine, which, could go anywhere. I'm assuming it's not pink because pink isn't really red wine, whatever. But they're talking about anything from the Pinot Noir on up, I'm thinking. Cannabis can enhance physical sensation. I do not know this to be true because I am not a cannabis person. Do you have any anecdotal?
It has been decades. I won't pretend like I haven't, been stoned in my life, but it has been decades long before I had my kid and all that sort of stuff.
Cannabis.
The joy of asthma is inhaling. Maybe if it ever becomes legal again and there's edibles, but there'd be no inhaling.
increases blood flow to the brain, so it can also increase blood flow to other parts is what this is.
Oh.
Okay. Alcohol, however, and I'm sorry, the alcohol list is shorter than the cannabis list.
Oh, okay.
It lowers inhibitions.
Well,
and pants. We all know that.
Yes. Okay. Duh.
But here's the one. Actually, there's really only the one for alcohol. This one surprised me. You can use cannabis for sex without getting high. Did you know that they had anal suppository of cannabis for anal sex? That's new.
No.
I stumped you. That
I
doesn't
know
happen.
I know that they've had. I mean, I know that I know that there's been suppositories and a whole bunch of different ways of having cannabis, but specifically for sex.
Mm-hmm. To make anal sex feel better. They also have weed lube.
My guess is the boutiques in Colorado probably. Oh, no, you have to have your own special license. But yeah, they probably do it.
Weed lube.
Weed lube, yep.
Can you imagine? That would make you high, wouldn't it? If it gets in your...
Well, it's called weed lube, but it's actually made from the cannabis plant, and it's all the stuff like that.
So the only thing I really got you on was the suppositories. You knew about weed lube.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that there were some parts stuff like that, but yeah, there's weed lube.
Just let me have one.
We carry the
Win-win.
Oh God, no! Like Megan's gonna be listening to this, and she's gonna be screaming into her phone or wherever she's listening. We do have a hemp. There we go. Oh my God!
Did it come out finally?
Yes, we do have a hemp-based lube and massage oil. That it's just lovely.
Perfect. So, it's kind of hard. This is an elephant in the room or on the TV. Fox's Bill O'Reilly fired amidst a rather large hurricane of sex harassment allegations, right? And we all heard that he got a $25 million payout. We've got an article, and it's long, that you can read, excerpts of all the different things. But at the end of the day, there's a $14 billion deal on the table for 20th Century Fox, who is the parent company of this. And a lot of advertisers, including but not limited to Mercedes-Benz, were not going to sign on and be part of this whole thing if O'Reilly was there. So because I really honestly was trying to figure out, I thought, I know this is all really bad, but I know what media companies are really about at the end of the day, and it's money.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, God, I'm amazed that because he's going to go somewhere else, or it's very likely.
He can do his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's going to have a very difficult time getting advertisers. I mean, and Fox just got hit with a crap ton of discrimination lawsuits this week too. So that's piled on top of the other one. So they're going to be digging out of that for a long time. But it does come back to money, because you can't really tend to, that a corporation is only looking at the bottom line, not what's right. Because, for 20 years, he's more than likely been doing this crap and they didn't give a shit. But when they started losing money, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it. And that's why... and that's how a lot of this stuff gets shut down now. It has nothing to do with whether someone's right or wrong. It's how much money is someone going to lose.
I agree. Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. Yeah. But, I think of a lot of people that I know actually personally, especially within the realm of broadcasting, who, quite honestly, if you follow through on sexual harassment allegations, your career is over.
Yeah, you're shot. And maybe this is one part. And, 20, 30 years from now, maybe it's less of a deal. And 60 years from now, it's even less of a deal.
Well, maybe 20, 30 years from now, people won't be sexually harassed because it's like, hello.
Yeah. It just takes, it is centuries of subjugation. I can't, the word's going to be gone.
You got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah. So you don't just, it doesn't just turn around. Just little things like sort of weakly smiling at someone who says hi to you on public transportation. You just do that so that you don't. So because if you ignore them, you're going to get called a bitch. So you just go along to get along because you have no choice.
Right.
Because you don't know whether that person or the other person can screw with your job, is going to physically attack you. You just don't know. People are like, no, you don't know. There's enough.
Yeah.
And and if you don't see that it's happening, you're not paying attention.
Absolutely. But it's a
And
huge,
so it's, and I mean, honestly, it was certainly not a network that I paid any, that I,